Yo, YouTube, what up? Mr. Negative. So, the other day, I was listening to. Now, I'm not sure whose panel it was because it was Obsidian's. He put on his channel, but I'm not sure if it was on his Mixler or Bernard's panel, but they had a woman on there, so I'm not familiar with whatever they were. But besides the point, anyway, what they were talking about was at this particular moment that I'm using is bad women wanting good guys to have bad boy traits. And I'm not sure if Obsidian set her up to get this answer, but he said something and she responded with, well, what woman wants a boring man? Now, she says this right in the middle of this consistent, constant argument, battle of women aren't protected, right? And I even threw that in the comment section. But that reminded me so much of, especially what I heard a female say that I used to work with. All this just came together in my hand was like, are you serious? Are you serious? So I'm going to go over 3 situations that are examples of, ladies, maybe you should pick the boring guy. And remember, this is 3. Just 3 that I'm going to use. There are plenty more that I've seen. Just 3 that I'm going to use. So, example number 1. There's this woman at my job who she's been there about 2 years now. And get rid of that. And this one particular morning, like me and her were real cool. We never got, went farther than friends, luckily for me because, she ended up pregnant during that time being, but, whatever. But she, I'll go over there one Monday morning and we're just joking back and forth real quick before work. And she says, how was your weekend? I'm like, yeah, same old, same old. Yours? She goes, she expresses that it was a disappointment. And I'm like, oh, what? Your big appointment didn't show up? She responds, oh, no, no, I want something serious now. I want something serious now. I don't have time for that. Was when I was young and all that. So I want something serious. Now, this pretty much is a prototypical situation that MGTOW red pill guys online talk about. She's almost 40, but below the neck, she could really pass for like 65. She didn't take care of herself. She has 3 kids with three different men. The youngest is 1. And as far as I know, maybe it's changed, but as far as I know, only one of the kids' dads is in the picture. She works full time. So, what exactly? Who's going to take this serious? And I'm being harsh on purpose because I think this needs to be understood to this severity. She wants something serious now. What quality dude is she going to find to give her something serious? And the reason the quality of this guy is important is because if you're not getting really a quality guy, do you really consider it a serious situation? Do you really consider it a serious situation? And why the hell would you wait till this particular moment in your life to say, I want something serious? And her telling me at one point that she broke up with the second baby daddy because why? He's boring. I'm not making this up. Real shit. She broke up with that dude because he was boring. And what specifically made him boring? She likes to go dancing. And he didn't like to dance. So now this is her predicament. Ladies, maybe you should pick the boring guy. Example number 2. Another chick that I used to work with, she now, and I've spoken about her a few times, but she now she's 54 to be exact. 54. Matter of fact, let me see if I can, real quick in a rush, pull up her Facebook and maybe find some stuff that she has said. Hopefully I can bring it up fast enough because I don't want to take too much time. But she has herself 4 baby daddies. She talks real reckless. Oh, fuck. That ain't it. She talks real reckless. She's always talking about how she wants. She believes she's the prize. She didn't take care of herself neither. Again, she talks a lot of shit about how dudes ain't this, dudes ain't that. And you looking at a situation that maybe, just maybe, you should have picked the boring guy. Wouldn't it have made a lot more sense for her life to not end up here? Let's see, I'm trying to find. An empty spot in your bed is better than having the wrong spirit laying in it. You find that out now. You find that out now. Real bills and situations will let you know if you have a man or just some company. When the fuck did you find this out? Number 3 or number 4? As a black woman, we've been faithful to our black men. It's time to turn the tables like they do often. Again, this person expresses that she wants something, a real man, something serious, because she's a prize. 54, 4 baby daddies, not in shape at all. Maybe you should have picked the boring guy. Now, last but for the most ridiculous example that I have, and this one, my God. So this one is actually an ex's mother. And man, listen. This lady was, at the time, I'm being very specific of because I haven't seen them in years. But she was in her late 50s, working a part-time, well, not part-time, but, $10 an hour, 30 hours a week-ish job, getting off late at night. She didn't even live a mile from the place, but she had to catch a cab home. Why? Because she didn't feel safe walking home. And she had to walk because she had no car. She also was out of shape, talked a lot of shit. She herself had 3 baby daddies. Single, never married. But from what she says, she can have, especially if her exes, any ex she wants, they all want her. She was at the time splitting an apartment with one of her daughters, splitting the rent, splitting the bills. And this is one of the old women who gave a shit ton of advice to younger women, especially her daughters. In this situation, gave advice. One of her 3 daughters was married to a guy who worked at a potato chip factory, right? The only daughter she had, the only child, she had one son too, the only child that was married. Coincidentally, the one that's married to the potato chip man, they all rely on him for transportation. Her and her daughters, they all rely on him. But they still talk shit about this guy that works at a potato chip factory. Because apparently he ain't shit because he works at a potato chip factory. Although he's their only source of real transportation. That daughter picked a boring man. Her other daughters have children, have problems with their children. One of her daughters has a daughter has a daughter that got pregnant at 16 by what a dude they say ain't shit. But that dude ain't boring. He's fun and exciting. He's one of those street niggas. What's the moral of this entire situation? This last example 3. What's the moral of this entire situation when you put it all together? Maybe if she had a guy to do that work at a fucking potato chip factory, she wouldn't have to walk less than a mile to work or catch a cab because she doesn't have a car. Maybe she wouldn't be job hopping from dead end job to dead end job in her late fucking 50s when she can't keep up for anything. She got fired from 2 jobs because she couldn't keep up in the few years that I've known her. But yet, y'all still do this. Who wants a boring guy? You niggas need one. Because every time you pick anything but, it seems like this is the situation you have. And again, before I sign up, I gotta ask. If you don't want the boring guy, do y'all only want protection from the guys who aren't boring? Or do y'all still want them to pick up that tab? Ladies, pick the fucking boring guy. Be right, not fucking entertaining, whatever it is you get from the non-boring guy. I'm out.